Studios at the Bakersfield Californian, this is Condors Unleashed.
Drop wins the face off to the left point. He's a drive, score!
Headlines, highlights, coach's corner, player interview, and everything happening around Condors Town. Now in HD.
Missed wide of the net. To the left wing, corner centering feed. Brenner all alone in the slot, scores! A snake job from Tyler Brenner. Pass it didn't take a trouble, now it does. He's in all alone. Backhand scores! Welcome back, Nick Tromblin. And that's to the side of the cage. Back to the right point. Bergdorfer, he scores! The captain from the right circle.
Now, two guys just trying to capture the spirit of the thing. Here are the voices of the Condors, Ryan Holt and Kevin Bartle.
Good afternoon, Condors Town. Ryan Holt along with Kevin Bartle, the first ever episode of Condors Unleashed. We're coming to you live from the Dignity Health Studios here at the Bakersfield Californian. Ryan Holt, Kevin Bartle, and Bart's our first show. How you feeling?
I can't believe they gave us our own show.
I can't believe
like
it
there's
either.
cameras here and working microphones and everything.
It's awesome. It's going to be a great show each and every Wednesday, noon to 1 p.m., live from the Dignity Health Studios here at the Bakersfield Californian. Also will be replayed on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and also archived on demand. So you can watch this show whenever, wherever, and however over the course of the next
It's very
couple
important.
months.
It's very important to know that you can watch it repeatedly because, I mean, not only are we going to have people's attention for the next hour, but there's no reason not to just keep hitting play on this thing and watch it over and over and over while getting ready for opening night.
It's good for us, too. We can break down the game film, I think.
That's true.
I think we can look at it and go, hey, Bart, you're a little weak there in the second segment. Can you pick it up?
I'm never weak in the second segment.
Show also is being brought to you on a simulcast on Fox Sports Radio 970, and of course you can catch all Condors games on Fox Sports Radio 970, also on the iHeart Radio app on your smartphone. We need the big hitters for the first show. We got to bring the big dogs, and we start up with Condors head coach Troy Mann.
Yeah, well, Troy Mann's new head coach here in Condors Town. We're looking forward to working with him all season long. I think here, especially over the last week and a half since training camp started, we got to get a good feel for what the Troy Mann regime is going to be like. I mean, he's all business. He and Ryan Murphy down there in the dungeon, working hard, getting this team ready to go. They just got off the ice actually about an hour ago, so they're getting geared up here for opening night. It's going to be great to have the coach on each and every week. He's going to look at some video with us. We're going to kind of get his expert opinion, break down some stuff. Maybe we'll put his hockey knowledge to the test.
It's great.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do, put people on the spot.
I mean, why not?
And the players actually will be heading out around Bakersfield to be visiting some local businesses later this afternoon. So if you're a local business around Bakersfield, maybe you'll get a visit from a Condors player coming up later this afternoon. Speaking of Condors players, we're going to have one in studio as well, new defenseman Wes Cunningham.
Another big hitter. Wes Cunningham is basically the number one D here on this team, and when he was brought in, when he was brought on board over the summer, you know, the coaches, he's one of the guys that the coaches had right on their board, penciled in, before all the D were filled in. He was right down there in that number one spot. I mean, he's, you know, one thing about Wes Cunningham, you can only know so much about minor league hockey players, you know, until you have an opportunity to see him. We see his numbers, we see his career stats and everything, but until we got to see him on the ice last weekend, I didn't realize how physical he was.
We're going to take a look at some of that.
We're definitely going to. He's definitely in the highlight reel from the weekend, so we're looking forward to having him too.
And then the last segment, we call it For the Record. We're going to go on the record. We're going to make some picks for the weekend. We'll never pick Condors games, so you'll never know what we think about the team that weekend because we're going 72-0. It doesn't matter.
Well, everybody's at first. We're in first place right now, right?
We're great after the preseason. 2-0-1 in the preseason. We'll have Condors beat writer Mike Griffith will join us as well in our fourth segment. But Bart's the first segment.
Yeah, well, we have all that lined up here over the next 55 minutes or so. But first, as we will always do, we start with Holty'S headlines.
I gotta go.
There he goes, everybody.
We're
making the lap around the big things going on here in the world of hockey and in Condors Town.
All right, Holty'S headlines. First up, Queen Victoria is returning on Friday. Press release just went out. Of course, we announced it over the summer. Queen Victoria, the viral hit from last season. If you haven't seen the video, I'm not sure how you haven't seen the video, but if you haven't seen the video, take a look.
Oh, the land of the free and the
back inside Rabobank Arena. The Condors and the Wranglers meeting for the 7th time on the season. We're laughing, but we shouldn't be laughing.
We shouldn't be.
The Condor is out running around at center ice. I love it. I love it. This is Condors Town. The bird's going over to the Condors.
The Birdman
bench.
was bringing the bird out to put him at the perch. Look at the Condors players are getting away from him. Look at him. There he goes up on the bench.
I love it.
Oh, my God.
This is the greatest.
Oh, my gosh.
The bird's going down.
He's down the tunnel. The bird's done. He's down the tunnel.
He's going to the locker room.
And that didn't exactly go as planned, but.
Well, that sounds fun.
I love it.
Nothing can go wrong, possibly.
Nothing at all.
No.
I'm sure everything will be just fine.
The Condor will also be in attendance. There's 2 Condors. Also, Edward the Condor will be in attendance.
King Edward.
King Edward.
If you will.
A parrot who sings, and potentially a hawk.
Yeah, I believe
an eagle as well.
It's going to be a bachelor eagle. It's native to South America.
You're definitely the bird guy. Well, I go for you for all my environmental stuff and my bird stuff. So you're my guy.
You're welcome.
So she's back. We're also giving away these hats. 2,000 Angry Birds plush hat giveaway on Friday night. Doors open at 6 o'clock. First 2,000 kids 12 and under. Season opener is here, as I mentioned, on Friday night, 7 o'clock against the Colorado Eagles. We got a chance over the last week to get some feedback from some fans. How are they getting ready for opening night? You look at Kristen Raby. I can't wait. Been looking forward to this night since April, she said. So she's all gassed up. Cameron Langley will be pre-gaming our pre-game with drinks and dinner. That sounds like a party.
Can you pre-game your pre-game?
I want to party with that guy. Jesse Trejo, I'm so excited and ready that this year is our year. Go Condors.
I think you misspelled R.
He did. Hey, they're trying.
I love it. The fan feedback has just been great. Our Facebook page is very active, and these are just some of the fans, and I love it. Everyone's getting ready to go. They're fired up.
And we're going to use a lot of our Facebook posts and tweets throughout the year here on Condors Unleashed. So keep those Facebook posts and tweets coming. You might see it pop up on your next episode of Condors Unleashed. Here are the upcoming home game, and then we go on the road to Ontario. Friday night game at Rabobank Arena against the Colorado Eagles. First game for the Condors. First game for Condors head coach Troy Mann. And then on Saturday, it'll actually be 6 o'clock in Ontario. The Ontario Reign will head down to the Inland Empire. I'll head to the Glass Case of Emotion down there and see if I can broadcast from the four-walled sided everything.
I'm not sure people know what the Glass Case of Motion is.
Well, I'll be trapped in it on Saturday, so you'll have to tune into Fox Sports Radio 970 to figure out what's going on. Also coming up, Bartle, for the first time, we're giving away cemetery plots.
Yes. I mean, I'm not really sure what the big deal about this was. We're essentially giving away a hole in the ground. That's what we're doing. We're giving away a hole in the ground, but people are up in arms.
They are up in arms.
They're up in arms.
So the Condors coming up later this season, the end of January, a unique giveaway.
Cemetery plots. 2
cemetery plots we're giving away. It got national headlines on Yahoo. It got national headlines. Puck Daddy, NHL picked it up. It's really going to be a fun night, and I think a fun giveaway. And Bart's, one thing I don't think we've really touched upon, the cemetery plots are valued at $5,000.
It's a lot. It's an expensive hole in the ground.
It's an expensive hole in the ground to take home, I guess, if you will.
Here's the, it's at Historic Union Cemetery, by the way,
Yes.
which if anyone's not been there, it's, I mean, some of the most famous people in the history of Condors Town, before it was even Condors Town, they're buried out there. Colonel Baker is in the ground over there.
So you can be buried with famous people.
That's right.
I loved the comments on our Facebook page that said, do the plots necessarily have to be next to one another? Because if it's his and hers, I do not want to be buried near my wife. I'm already having to put up with her. I thought that one was classic.
Yeah, speaking of our Facebook page, that's one guy that's he's probably regretting putting that on our Facebook page because we've been talking about it everywhere. I mean, I hope this guy's wife doesn't listen. She might be a little bit rattled with him.
She could be a little upset. Maybe she doesn't want to be buried next to him.
Are you going to wear that hat the rest of the show, by the way?
I don't know. How's it look?
It looks good.
It is warm. I will say that. It is warm. It covers your ears.
If I wasn't looking and I was just kind of, skimming through, I probably might have thought that was your hair.
Is it a good look?
I think I might have thought that was your hair. And
Was
you
that a
just had
joke at my
couple of
comb over
braids.
or what?
Well, I mean, you could take from it, what you want. But it's got the flaps. I kind of thought, it looks good on you, though.
So to recap Holty'S headlines, of course, she's back. Queen Victoria, the live Andean condor, will be in attendance, also bringing King Edward with her and an eagle, along with a parrot. You can take pictures up on the concourse. There'll also be a place where you can buy T-shirts and purchase T-shirts along for condor conservation. So we're going to raise some money as well here this year for condor conservation.
Yeah. Plush condors, too, are going to be for sale. Did you know that?
Yes, plush condors.
Plush.
So you can get the Angry Birds plush hat right here, right in this area. And by the way, they come in different styles if you haven't seen them. There's a red one, a green one, a yellow one, pink one. So supplies last on that one. And then you can go get your picture taken with the condor. And when you get your picture taken with the condor, make yourself a little donation to condor conservation. Help keep the condors up and running, up and flying.
Yeah, we got a lot of feedback actually from last year, obviously Queen Victoria's appearance here in Condors Town. And, I don't think any of us really anticipated having that much publicity, surrounding the condor. And there were some people, who were concerned about the safety of the condor. And so we're going to kind of tie everything together. We're going to give everybody an opportunity to make a donation to condor conservation. You can get a T-shirt. You can purchase you purchase either the T-shirt or the plush condor. Get your photo taken with them as well. And, this is a big deal. By the way, Queen Victoria, she's a showbird. She's a showbird. She's used to being on camera.
She's done this before.
She's been on the Tonight Show. People were rattled that the bird is out at center ice, where everybody in the whole building was silent except for the anthem singer. This is a bird that's been on the Tonight Show.
The wait is over. Condors home
rookie.
opener, as we mentioned, is Friday. On the ice, the team's roster will be announced tomorrow morning, so you want to check your emails for that and make sure that you get a hold of that for the Condors email. Condors head coach Troy Mance here, too. This is going to be fun. We're going to have fun each and every Wednesday.
He loves your hat.
This is going to be great. He's going to want one for his daughter, though.
He probably
and
will.
I know who has one, although I think I gave this one to Scott Cox, but nevertheless. So the wait is over. The team's roster will be announced tomorrow morning. When we get that submitted to the league and finalized, we'll reveal the 24, maybe 25 names that will go on the opening night roster on Friday night. And, Bart, we haven't really talked about, but what's your favorite part about the season starting? What are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the puck actually dropping and all the stress of 2 weeks of training camp and trying to get ready and the preparation and everything, it just melts away.
That's great.
Puck goes down, the game starts, and everybody's in it. They're watching the game, they're relaxed, they're listening to the game on 970 or whatever, they're watching online. All the preparation just culminates to that moment. As soon as the puck's down, I'm a happy man.
My favorite part, I think, is walking the concourse pregame, getting to see all the kids out there in their jerseys. You get to see them in their hats. Maybe they have their cheer sticks also out there. They get their giveaway hats on Friday night. They're all amped up for the start of the season. But, yeah, you're right. Once the team gets introduced and the puck drops and everyone gets to know everyone, it's always a fun time.
I think next week when you run over there to do Holty'S headlines, I need a teddy bear or something to sit next to me. I feel kind of all alone over here.
Well, I'll be back.
Wait.
I'll be back. I got Condors head coach Troy Mann with me, too.
Let's track down Lois Henry. Is she in the building? Does she have a dog with her? The dog
Good.
can sit next to me while you're doing Holty'S headlines.
Yeah, it's great.
Should
I
bring
think
your dog.
Holty'S headlines went okay for the first time. We're going to give our grades as we go along, I think, before we have to go back and look at the film. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Well, we're going to step out, and we'll take a quick break here from the Dignity Health Studios at the Bakersfield Californian. Up next, we'll go inside the coach's corner. We'll have Condors head coach Troy Mann with us. He'll break down some game film for us. He'll break down a preseason win. Bart's 2-0-1 in the preseason. We're rolling.
We're on fire.
We're rolling here. But it all starts for real on Friday. So Condors head coach Troy Mann will be in the building. And again, you're watching for the first ever time Condors Unleashed, live from the Dignity Health Studios of the Bakersfield Californian, also on Fox Sports Radio 970. Stay tuned.